A new home comes with a lot of practical benefits in terms of warranty protection. You've got your customizations, and you've also got the latest in technology, finishings, and appliances. And today we're going to talk about whether you should purchase a pre-sale versus resale and what to look out for when you do purchase either of the two. Hi, my name is Helen, and I'm a realtor here with Vancouver Oakwyn Realty in Canada, and I'm here to share with you my expertise in real estate. Pre-sales are great if you have the cash, you want to lock in today's prices, but you're just not ready to take on a mortgage yet. This is often taken advantage by first-time home buyers or investors. However, resales are also great as well. Resales normally with older homes, they are slightly bigger. They're able to see the actual product. You actually understand how the building is managed. And of course, you can purchase a resale home with as minimal as 5% down payment, which is significantly less than purchasing a pre-sale where you could be required to pay up to 20 to 35% depending on your residency and also depending on the developer as well. They say property is the safest investment, and we often see investors purchasing multiple pre-sold projects at a time. While waiting for the completion, they have enough time to increase their cash flow to qualify for the subsequent mortgages. We also see house flipping. So if a purchaser may see the potential of a development and they want to lock in on today's prices, and then afterwards when the market comes up, they'll flip it as an assignment or at completion. And third of all is parents helping to purchase a property for their children. The parents may have the capital to pay for the down payment. However, a lot of parents want to help their kids, right? So they will buy some time for their kids to find a job and build that income to qualify for the mortgage in the future, thereby helping them build their home equity. First-time home buyer often wants what's new and shiny, and to me, what's more important is your satisfaction and your own comfort level. I've seen buyers where they have the initial 10% for the down payment, and they are certain that they will be able to save enough for subsequent down payments for a pre-sale. However, they're just not ready to move out yet. So that's where they bought a pre-sale unit to lock in on today's rates. And then I've also got a first-time home buyer where they want to lock in on today's rates, but they're not quite ready to take on a mortgage yet. And that's where pre-sales is also another option as well. Technically, when you enter into a contract for a resale home, it's kind of like buying time to make sure that all your ducks are in a line. Is that even the right term? But basically, you have to do your due diligence. Time is of the essence, and you already know that you qualify for the mortgage, and you just need time to make sure that you get the approval and make sure that the home has nothing that you should be alarmed about. Whereas when you do purchase with a developer, it is mandated for you to have 7-day recession period. And that's when you do due diligence to make sure this is actually the home that you want and you want to continue with it. Because you do get, I say, 2 to even 5-6 years to qualify for that mortgage later on. And you just have to make sure that you are working your way towards qualifying for that mortgage in the future. So chances of contract cancellation arises in 3 different scenarios. One is the first week, which is the 7-day rescission period. As long as you provide them with writing, you can rescind your offer within any time of those 7 days. Second thing is disclosure statement. So if you are entitled to a disclosure statement and the developer doesn't provide you one with regards to the changes to development, or if there's some sort of misrepresentation or omission, you have a chance to cancel your contract as well. And third thing is if the conditions are not met, meaning that the developer is having trouble with financing or getting their building permit within 9 months of filing their initial disclosure. So technically they have 12 months from filing their initial disclosure to let you know of these changes. But if they don't provide you with one, that's another chance for you to cancel your contract as well. But of course, it's always best to speak with your lawyer or notary for more advice on that. On developer side, usually a developer will have a clause in their contract stating that they have up until 2 years after the initial expected completion date for them to finish building the project. And at that point, you can't fault them if they don't complete on time. So that's something that you should be aware of as well, and make sure you do read the fine print of your contract. And that's why I think it's really important to use a realtor or have a realtor there with you so that they can have a closer look at the contract while the representative of the developer is going through the contract with you. Another reason where the developer may cancel the contract is, we've actually seen it happen in Richmond as well, is if the developer can't secure financing, they go bankrupt, or they can't get a building permit, they may cancel on their end as well. And that kind of goes back to the 2-year mark that they talked about previously. Speak with your legal advisor. Compared to purchasing resale, a pre-sale home actually has less competition. It's usually on a first-come, first-served basis. Whereas purchasing a resale, you may come across a multiple offer scenario, right? So when purchasing a resale unit, I always tell my clients to have a budget in mind, know where they stand amongst the competition. A good realtor will actually do a market evaluation for you for that home so that you can expect, in terms of, or in case you have a multiple offer scenario, what did they think the house will be sold at, right? And I've been able to tell my clients that, and if they can't come up to that price, right, and they lose the property, at least they know, right, for next time. And it kind of brings them back to earth. Another thing, even when you purchase a pre-sale project, you always want to make sure, because the total price of the pre-sale home is actually purchase price plus 5% GST. So you want to make sure that you're on track throughout that time so that you qualify at completion for the full amount. As a first-time home buyer, meaning that you've never owned a home anywhere in the world, you are entitled to several perks. And in Vancouver, the most applicable one to you might be the property transfer tax exemption. So when you purchase a pre-sale home under a market value of $500,000, you are exempt from property transfer tax. And between a purchase price of $500,000 and $525,000, you are partially exempt. And that is as of the recording of this video. Otherwise, the property transfer tax is 1% of the first $200,000 and 2% between $200,000 and $2 million. And then, of course, a sliding scale going up as well. And this property transfer tax cannot be included in your mortgage. It has to be paid in full at your lawyer's. Whereas for pre-sale homes, all individuals, regardless whether you're a first-time home buyer or not, you are exempt from property transfer tax if you buy a newly built home under $750,000. That's before GST. And between $750,000 and $800,000, you do get a partial exemption as well. However, for pre-sale homes, you think about the 5% GST that is only applicable to pre-sale or newly built homes. If you are a foreign national, you do also have a foreign tax on top, which is an extra property transfer tax, and that is 20% of your home ownership. So that's something to keep in mind as well. New homes under 10 years old have what we call a 10-year warranty protection. So at minimum, you get 2 years of labor and material, 5 years on building envelope, including water penetration, 10 years on the structure of the building. So this is good for first-time home buyers or anyone that doesn't know what to look for in a home. It provides you with a peace of mind knowing that your home is still under warranty and someone will come and help take care of you if you need it. Other things that you should know for pre-sale are assignment costs. So most developers will have stipulations and costs for assigning your contract to someone else, whether it's someone that you don't know or someone that's family members. You always want to check the contract for these rules, and every developer could be different. For example, they could be asking for you to request permission from the developer and that all the units have to be sold first before you can even promote your unit or sell your unit, because they don't want competition, right? And the third is a cost which could be up to 3% of the profit that you make or of the purchase price, whatever is higher. So you always want to read the contract to make sure. Second thing is the risk of delay. Risk of delays that may affect your plans. So with COVID-19, a lot of projects actually got delayed, and if you have plans to move in or sell your home, you always want to make sure that you're not left homeless, right? I've seen it happen. Usually developers should give you a courtesy of at least 1 month if they were to delay the completion date. But I've seen with smaller developers, if they've given as little as 1 day, 3 days, or even a week, right? And that's where you end up living in a hotel, right, with all your furniture, etc. Second thing is planning. So whether you are purchasing a pre-sale or resale home, it's always good to plan. So meet with your mortgage advisor to make sure that you do qualify for the mortgage, and also speak with a realtor to make sure, you know, that you're planning everything so that the timing matches, right? That your home will get sold before you purchase a new one, or that everything is in line so that you're not moving multiple times. So should I purchase a resale or pre-sale home in Vancouver? I think that whether you are a first-time home buyer or a new to Canada, you should always look at preparator of homes first. Never be afraid to waste your realtor's time, because that's exactly what we're here to do. I think that you never want to be caught with surprises. So figure out what does a 1 bed plus den 520 square feet look like compared to 630 square feet, or a junior 2-bed 630 square feet, or a 2-bedroom 700 square feet. Right? You want to know what the size is like, and most importantly, know what you like and don't like in a home, including its facilities. If you have down payment and the income to purchase now, I always recommend purchase even like a rental unit, right? You can rent it out, and the rental income could offset the mortgage payments, right? At least you're starting to build home equity at that point. And another thing is that it's another way of saving up, right? It's you don't realize that you are saving up. You think it's an expense, but it is. And when you do sell it, you get that money back. In terms of Vancouver housing bubble bursting, I don't see that in the foreseeable future. Reason being is that there's such a huge demand from all over the world for Vancouver real estate. Even just thinking about the resiliency of the market during COVID-19, and how the market actually increased by 10% for single family houses here in Vancouver during COVID-19. And of course, if you're just not ready to lock into a mortgage and you just want something to invest into, definitely go with a pre-sale. At least you can sell the assignment in the future, or you can sell it at completion, but just make sure that you do your deep research and make sure that it is a good project for you to invest in, there is potential, and that you think it's going to increase in value in the near future. I hope all this information gives you some kind of insight into resale and pre-sale projects. And I've also linked all the information in the description box down below. If you have any questions, if you want to continue to support my channel, make sure you like and subscribe, and I will hope to produce more content for you on a weekly basis. Anyways, thank you so much. Bye!